Malawi, a country in southern Africa. Most children grow up in poverty. Tito is 4 years old. Joanna is also 4. Her sister Dorothy is 3 years old. We'll be following them, their father Hanex, and Chalisa, the project coordinator, for the next years. They are all involved in the Roger Federer initiative, which has been made possible thanks to the partnership with Credit Suisse. How will the children develop over the next years? What changes will the country of Malawi see? Mbwetu, a district on the outskirts of Lilongwe, Malawi's capital city. The childcare center in Mbwetu has been in operation since 2009. Hanex Kapingaza, one of 9 childcare workers, is the first to arrive every morning. Shortly before 8 o'clock in the morning, the first children have already arrived. The creche, the childcare center, is open from 8 to 11 o'clock. 2 of Hanex Kapingaza's daughters also attend the creche, 3-year-old Dorothy and 4-year-old Joanna. A total of 186 children aged between 3 and 6 are taught in this creche. Joanna and Dorothy are 2 of the more timid children. They do almost everything together. Many preschool children in Malawi still do not attend a childcare center where they would receive special attention.
In the past, children were used as helpers at home until they were old enough to attend school. These childcare centers will help to abolish child labor and will advance the children's education.
The morning ritual. All the children gather in the common room. The childcare worker tells them a story from the Bible and asks questions to make sure they have been listening. There is one room for each age group. The furnishings are still quite basic. Dividing the children into age groups has achieved a noticeable learning progress. The 3- and 4-year-olds are mainly interested in the soft toys. Soft toys are a luxury for Joanna and the other children. Not one of them has a soft toy at home. The 5- and 6-year-olds are into drawing and painting. The paint is made from a mixture of clay and sugar. Blades of grass are used as paintbrushes. Every day, Hanex Kapingaza teaches the children new words, using very simple means.
Many children attend this child care center. It is a challenge to have enough toys for them all, so we use natural materials as well. Also, we do not have any running water. For a long time, the community was struggling with getting us water. This has only recently improved.
The playground equipment has seen better days. Chalisa Mutsi Matola is a project coordinator with Action Aid. She regularly visits the existing childcare centers and monitors the management and the education provided to the children. She has already trained the childcare workers in this creche for 2 weeks. She asks them where the current problems and challenges lie.
Most parents are not aware of why they should invest in ECD. They are not aware of the importance of the early years, and they are not aware of child rights. Of course, children can do some household chores, but they have to be according to their age, according to their evolving capacities. So parents have to understand that. And if parents will prioritize the early childhood program, if they will prioritize the education program, then we should be able to transform the way people think in the communities that we are working with.
Some 100 kilometers away. The district of Mchizi is among the poorest in Malawi. Most villages have no electricity. The village of Tundu. Tito lives near here. He is 4 years old. It is early in the morning. As every day, Tito makes his own way to the creche in Tundu, which is 2 kilometers away. There is no actual creche in Tundu yet. All the activities take place outside. The women who cook the porridge for the children are volunteers from 4 surrounding villages. More than 150 children from these villages attend the open-air creche. Tito and the other children are not divided up into age groups. The groups were based on a random selection. The childcare workers in Tundu have not yet received their training. Here, everything is very much in the early stages. However, this does not hamper their motivation or the children's attention. On the contrary, every story is a welcome opportunity to escape from the harsh reality of everyday life.
Currently, they have no permanent structure and they are learning under tree, so it's also difficult to teach children under tree. They have no play materials. The place has no safe water, and hygiene is another problem in this community. So the project will have to address all those issues.
Washing hands, an educational ritual. The water has to be carried here in buckets and is used sparingly. 11 o'clock, the most important time of the day for the children. They are being fed. Only very few children in Malawi are given a breakfast. This porridge is the first bit of food they have had today. There are no spoons and not enough plates. Poverty is everywhere.
The people we are working with, most of them live in poverty. So much of their time is spent on looking for what to eat on a daily basis. Of course, they have gardens and they have harvested maize, but they need to look for something to eat with the nsima. So every day they have their own things to do, but they also have to commit their time, voluntary time, to do the work in the Early Childhood Development Center. So that's a big challenge for them to find time to volunteer and the time to earn a living.
Tundu offers absolutely nothing for the children. No toys, no teddy bears, no playground, no equipment. Even more so than in the Mbwetu childcare center, the staff here must make do with whatever nature provides. The advisor, Kilines Christopher, hopes to achieve in-depth results from stimulating the children.
Children who are provided with a good foundation should excel in primary school and go further than all the other children.
The villagers have already piled up the sand for the foundations of the childcare center. The mayor and project coordinator Matola inspect the plot where the building for the children will stand in just a few months. The villagers have also produced tens of thousands of bricks, and many thousands more are still needed. Once the people in the villages have made their contribution to the new creche, Action Aid will deliver cement, window panes and the tin roof, and they will also pay the builder.
The biggest challenge is getting the communities to take this initiative as theirs, and also getting them to mold bricks on time, because we'll be having rains very shortly, and I would wish if we had the structures constructed before the rains come. And at the same time, if we don't construct between now and the rainy season, most of the Malawians depend on farming. So they will prioritize the farming and they will leave out the early childhood project.
Back in Mbwetu, near Lilongwe, the capital city. Here too, much could be improved. There is no running water, and the quality of the drinking water leaves a lot to be desired. Homegrown vegetables will enrich the daily fare in the future, and there are plans to embellish the centre.
The center needs to be decorated. We need to paint some nice pictures that will stimulate the children as they come here. And the caregivers need more training on the spot, because they've gone for a 2-week training in classroom, but they need to practice what they have learned. So they need to be supervised very frequently.
Hanex Kapingaza sees his voluntary work as a childcare worker as more than just a job. It is his calling, and he puts his heart and soul into it. He gives his all, so that the children will one day fulfill their potential.
It makes me very happy to see that the children really learn something here. I would love them to be particularly good students in primary school. We all hope that.
Chalisa Matola is convinced that promoting early childhood development holds the key to a better society.
I feel this is the right job for me, to really work with the poor communities to transform the lives of their children. And I have seen that early childhood works, because I have 3 kids that are already in the university, because I have invested in early childhood. So I would want each and every family in Malawi to be like me, you know, to invest in their children, to change the situation in the country.
Next time, we will visit Hanex Kapingaza at home. At that stage, his heavily pregnant wife will have given birth to their 5th child. And how will Tito and his family have fared? Will there be a childcare centre in the village of Tundu? Or perhaps not?